Let's get ourselves connected. Gotta get yourself connected.
Gotta get connected.
Well, the iPad from Apple is here. It's a new device that sits somewhere between smartphones and laptop computers, and we wanted to go through some of the features. You can see it's got almost a 10-inch screen. I think it's 9.7 inches. And if you're thinking it looks a lot like a giant iPhone or an iPod Touch, you're pretty well correct. It's actually using the exact same operating system with a few little tweaks, and it does allow you to use the over 150,000 different apps that are available for its smaller cousin. It is such a difference with the larger screen. This particular one is 16 gigabytes. It does have a 32 and a 64 gigabyte version as well. And this is the Wi-Fi version. There's going to be two different models out. The Wi-Fi obviously connects with your home or office wireless internet network, or coffee shops, airports, what have you. And they're also coming out with a 3G wireless version as well that not only has the Wi-Fi but a data connection as well, so you can get a plan from your local cell company. You can see with the extra real estate space here, it's going to be a lot easier to do certain things. Down on the bottom, we've got the familiar apps like Safari, Mail, Photos, and the iPod. And just even looking at the iPod screen here, you can see it almost looks like iTunes that you'd see on your Mac or your PC. It's got enough real estate on the screen to display all the different playlists and songs. And that's the nice thing. You can actually create playlists with this iPad fairly easily because you've got all that extra room. The email is kind of a nice feature. And I actually find I use this iPad at work for going to meetings and what have you, because now I'm always connected and it's so easy to still access my email but even take notes. You can see on the screen here I can scroll through all my different emails that I have, and we'll just cruise over here, and reads the full HTML emails with all the graphics and what have you, and very easy to respond as well. As far as typing back, it's got the on-screen keyboard. If you tilt it the other way, it does have the accelerometer, so it'll enlarge the keyboard too. With the built-in Bluetooth, you can even hook up a wireless keyboard to the iPad, so it makes it even easier to type. And I have found that most of the Bluetooth keyboards I've tried so far, not only the Apple ones, but other brands work quite well. But what makes this interesting is that, obviously you've got all those features that you'll be able to use the same types of apps, but it's the apps that are developed specifically for the iPad that I think will take it to a whole new level. But before I even get there, just even look at the web browsing experience. With all that extra space, it's so easy to navigate around web pages. Now, I've got our web page up here, and you can see I can scroll through it. If I want to go in closer to certain areas here, I can just double click. And it'll also play a lot of the YouTube type videos as well. For books, this is kind of a cool thing. And this is an e-reader now as well. iTunes has iBooks, which is an app for this device that allows you to download hardcover and softcover novels, whether they're fiction or nonfiction. Right now I've got Winnie the Pooh up here, but you can see very crisp and clear on the screen and very easy to read. If, again, you do turn it on its side, it goes to a double-page format. The nice thing, too, up on the corner here, I can even enlarge the fonts if I'm having a little hard time reading it. Kind of a cool feature, too, is when you start looking into things like newspapers and magazines. So, for example, we'll find the USA Today app. Pretty well most of the publications now are developing specific apps for the iPad. And it's so easy to go through all the different types of stories, see all the pictures. I can just double-click into that, and it comes right up on screen, and then I can even flip through other stories as well. Again, it's from Apple. It's the iPad. It's the next generation in digital devices. Is it right for you? Well, you've got to try one out. I think it kind of bridges the gap between work and entertainment. Great for game playing, too.